students, welcome back to my channel Common Sense Education. So today in this video we will discuss about importance of biodiversity. So already we discussed about levels of biodiversity. So now we'll see what is the importance of this species diversity. Okay. సో ఎవరైతే ఇంకా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోలేదో సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. మీకు ఈ వీడియోస్ కనుక యూస్ఫుల్గా ఉంటే అండ్ మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి కూడా షేర్ చేయండి అండ్ వీడియోని కంప్లీట్గా వాచ్ చేయండి. అప్పుడు మీకు ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది క్లియర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది. So now we'll talk about the importance of species diversity in the ecosystem. So is species diversity is important in the ecosystem? Yes, is it necessary? So we know that in the ecosystem or in the community there are n number of species, more number of species we can find. So for example, there are nearly 20,000 of ants, 3 lakh species of beetles and 20,000 of orchids, 28,000 of fishes. So there are many number of variations among the species based on their morphological characters or their feeding habitats. So why is this species diversity is necessary or it is important in the particular ecosystem? Yes, species diversity is very important in the ecosystem. If the species diversity is more in the particular ecosystem, then that ecosystem is or the community is more stable. Okay, then the community is more stable. How can we say that it is stable? Because if the community is stable, it is less reactive. It is less reactive. So how it is less reactive means? So first of all is disturbances. So if any occasional disturbances are happening, that means some species are migrated to the any other place or some species are extended due to some any reasons. So that community again has the capacity to regain or it withstand that loss. Okay, or it withstand that loss. So those disturbances are man-made disturbances or those disturbances are natural disturbances. Even though that disturbances may be natural disturbances or man-made, that ecosystem has that capacity to regain or that capacity to stable ecosystem. And next, invasion of alien species. So what is this invasion of alien species? So any foreign species or any other species entering into, suppose this is one community, any foreign species, okay, any foreign species is entering into particular community. Before that this community is more stable. Okay, so now any species is entering into that species in that community. This stable community won't allow any foreign species. If that too they will entering into that species, it leads to competition. But this stable community withstand that competition also. So if the community is more stable, less disturbances, and again it will regain that stable community and invasion of alien species. And not only this, the main thing is productivity. So every year, if the community is stable, every year we will get the same productivity with less variations. So to conclude or to prove this productivity, there many experiments were conducted. One scientist Stillman, so he conducted many experiments to prove that in the stable community the productivity is always same with the less variations. First he did some experiments in the particular area. So in the particular area there are many species are present. So one year he got some productivity, that is eggs. For example, he got 1000. The rate of productivity is 1000. And in the next year also, in the same year, same place, he did the same experiment. He observed that in the next year also he got the same productivity eggs, that is eggs. So last year also 1000, and this year also 1000. So it concludes that if the species diversity is more, the productivity is always same with less variations. Okay, so it is proved one. So the stable community will gives the same productivity every year with less variations. So the productivity is more if the community is stable. Okay, so this is also proved one, you have to remember. Okay, so we will talk about one analogy, that is Reward-Popper hypothesis. So this Reward-Popper hypothesis was explained by Paul Ehrlich. So he gave one hypothesis about this Reward-Popper hypothesis to prove or to give information about the species diversity is very important. If any important or critical species is removed from that particular ecosystem, it leads or it affects the whole ecosystem. Okay, so through this hypothesis we got to know that if any critical species is removed from the particular ecosystem, it leads or it affects the whole ecosystem. So now we will see what is this Reward-Popper hypothesis. So this Reward-Popper hypothesis was explained by the aeroplane. Okay, it was explained by aeroplane. So this is one aeroplane. In the aeroplane there are many rivets. Okay, there are many rivets. So if any rivet is removed from the seats, okay, if any rivet is removed from the seat, so it does not affect the aeroplane much. Okay, so in that aeroplane, if we remove one rivet and another rivet from the aeroplane, from the seats, so it won't affect the aeroplane much, position of the aeroplane. But if we remove the rivets from the wing, so it will affect the position of the aeroplane, yes or no? So if we remove the rivets from the seats, okay, here it won't affect the position of the aeroplane much. But if we remove the rivets from the wings, so definitely it will affect the position of the aeroplane. Likewise, for example, this is one community. So in this community, this is one particular species very critical, or it plays a major role in the ecosystem, and there are small species also, so which are completely depends on this critical species. Okay, so there is one critical one important species which is present in this community, and there are many small species which are completely depends on this important species. So if we remove this small species, it does not affect the ecosystem much, because it has the capacity to regain that stability in the particular ecosystem. But if we remove this critical species from the ecosystem, definitely it affects the ecosystem, definitely it affects. So if we remove any critical species, it affects the community. So this is one hypothesis, that means it is not a proved one, but it shows that the species, important species, if we remove from the community, it leads to or it disturb the community. Okay, here this was explained by taking example of the aeroplane. So in the aeroplane there are many rivets. If we remove the rivets from the seats, so it won't affect the aeroplane much. But if we remove the rivets from the wings of the aeroplane, definitely we can see the change in the position of the aeroplane. Likewise here also, from the ecosystem, if we remove the normal species, or normal species is extincted in the particular area, so it doesn't show the much variation, or it won't affect the community much. But if we remove the critical species from the ecosystem, definitely it affects the community. So this is the Reward-Popper hypothesis, was explained by Paul Ehrlich. Okay, this topic is role of biodiversity. So the role of that biodiversity plays a major role in our humans life. So there are three types: narrowly utilitarian, argument, broadly utilitarian argument, and ethical argument. So the biodiversity plays a major role, and every day whatever we are eating and whatever the oxygen we are inhaling, so that is from the our biodiversity, our surroundings, our ecosystem. So we are getting many beneficials from the natural resources. So that natural resources benefits are differentiated into two types: a narrowly utilitarian argument and broadly utilitarian arguments. So under the narrowly utilitarian arguments, so there are some natural resources. So whatever the food material we are taking, dals, pulses, rice, wheat, anything, whatever we are eating, the food material, so that we are getting from the natural resources. First of all, the major important thing, food materials, and we are also getting some industrial materials. So what kind of industrial materials we are getting? The latex, wood, firewood, and many tans. So whatever the industrial purpose we are using, that material also we are getting from the natural resources itself. And the most important thing is medicinal plants or medicinal plants. So from the medicinal plants also most of the medicines were prepared. So this is the most important. So in our textbook they gave two examples, so that you have to remember those two examples. So vinblastin is extracted from the Vinca rosea. So second one is digitalin. So this digitalin is a medicinal chemical which is extracting from the natural resources. So the plant is Digitalis purpurea. So this is used for the treatment like many cardiac problems. Used to treat many cardiac problems. So the vinblastin, it is extracted from the Vinca rosea. It is used to treat used as an anti-cancer drug. And digitalin, so digitalis purpurea, so it used to treat the cardiac problems. So these are the many products we are receiving from the natural resources, that too from the biodiversity. For all these things we can put price tag. To purchase anything, to purchase food material or for any industrial purpose material like tannins, latex, wood, so everything we used to give some price. Easily we can put the price tag to all this product. That is comes under the narrowly utilitarian argument. So it is not a broadly we are using narrowly, and we are giving some amount. We will fix some amount to these products. Next, but in the case of broadly utilitarians, which we cannot put price tag. So important thing is we cannot put price tag, because so we are using it broadly utilitarian. Okay, so the major thing, whatever the oxygen we are inhaling, okay, so that is from the natural resources, plants, from the biodiversity, so which we cannot keep some price tag. Can we fix the price to oxygen per day we are inhaling? So no, we cannot put the price tag to the oxygen. And not only this, pollination done by the pollinators. Can we give some amount of money to the pollinators who are pollinating seeds and everything? So pollination is a very important thing to produce many fruits and for the continuity of the life. So this is a very important. For these two things we cannot put price tag, and we cannot give some amount to the pollinators, or we cannot give price to the money to the plants, so they are producing the oxygen like that. So here the most of the oxygen is produced from the Amazon rainforest. Okay, Amazon rainforest, which is present in the tropical area. So it is the lungs of our planet, which is producing nearly 20% of oxygen from this Amazon rainforest itself. Okay, so these two are comes under the broadly utilitarian arguments. So these are the roles which the biodiversity is playing a major role in the human's life. And the last one, ethical argument. So we know that we are getting many products that food material, industrial purposes material, and medicinal purpose, and also we are getting oxygen, very major important thing. So what we are giving back to the plants, so we have to owe to the plants. So అంటే there is a one say in the Telugu, సో మనం ఏం తీసుకున్నా మళ్ళీ తిరిగి ఇచ్చేయాలి. సో మనం వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ మెనీ మేజర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్లాంట్స్, అండ్ వాట్ వీఆర్ గివింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద ప్లాంట్స్, దట్ మీన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు షో సమ్ ethical respect to the plants. So we are itself using all the things. So then what about the next generation? So what we are giving to our next generations? Okay, so we have to take care of our plants. We have to give some ethical respect, like stoppage of the deforestation. So this is the main cost for the biodiversity. If we reduce the deforestation processes, so that is we are giving something to the plants, and to plant plants our surroundings. So that is also one of the ethical arguments, so which we are giving respect to the plants. So all these three are the major things which comes under the role of the biodiversity. That means narrowly utilitarian, remember, so which we can put price tag, and broadly utilitarian, so we cannot put some price tag to the this things which comes under the broadly utilitarian, and ethical argument. So I hope you understood the role of biodiversity and also importance of species diversity in the particular area. So these two are a very very important thing. Okay, so this is about the today's video, importance of biodiversity and role of biodiversity. So if you like this video, drop a like and share to your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for the more latest videos.